Hello everybody and welcome back to Youth Chat BVI. Today Andrea and I are going to be discussing crime in the BVI and around the world. Sit tight, we'll be right back. And we're back. Now I'm going to start just by saying basically what crime is in Oxford Dictionary. The dictionary defines crime as a punishable offense by law. So Andrea, what do you think? Do you think there's anything as real or true as victimless crime?
No, because if you do the crime, that means you affected somebody.
Well, I was just reading the question that people submitted. There's a big old epidemic in the US mainly about police-based brutality on black individuals.
Right.
And I know here mainly, I think all of our police force is black. So that doesn't pose a problem. But how do you feel if you put in the position to be in the US and see that going on to individual? How do you feel about it, first of all? The whole white cop against black individual thing.
Number one, I would never ever live in America because I see how violent it could get, and down here so peaceful cause
Compared to up there.
like a black, he gonna shoot me cause I black?
I was just saying, Andrea, here mainly our police force is mostly black. I think all black. So you don't have that problem where there's the police brutality against, although sometimes there are cases of police mistreating civilians. Here, I can see everywhere has it, everybody's not correct and right. But how do you feel about a case where a black individual, which is a police, and a white individual, any other race, happen to commit the same offense or penalty as a police officer? Do you think that their punishment should be the same?
It should be the same cause at the end of the day, all we are humans. Your skin color shouldn't have nothing to do with it. We have fighting for equality, where we just can't live in harmony, where we have to pick, okay, the black person, just for example, the black person kill somebody, they get 10 years in prison. A white person do it, they get 2 years in prison. Why does our skin color have to define what the things that we get? Why?
I agree.
This is what I don't understand about the wall.
I agree. You always see there's, I think the case, I don't remember what it was, I won't quote it, I won't say the name, where the police officers, more than one, pressed down, I think it was a man, until he couldn't breathe. And he cried to get off of him, but the police officers still, he wasn't resisting, but they still continued to put force. And now we're getting to the point where we don't watch the officers do what they have to do, but we end up recording because we know it's going to go one way.
You're going to, because of our skin color.
And it's going to go either we are incarcerated, or when I say we, I mean black individuals. When we are incarcerated, or he's going to die, and it's videotaping. Just like the lady, Sandra Bland, I remember her, and she was in the car, and the police was questioning her. And after a while, she called her mother, or I think she recorded and said, if she dies in jail, she did not kill herself.
Right.
She said it on camera, and the whole thing with the footage missing in jail and all that was suspicious. And the police only get suspension, and then they're back to work a month after.
At the end of the day, you kill somebody. That is a criminal offense. Why would you want to suspend a police? That means that police not out there to protect everybody, because that means that police out there only for the black people, not to be racist or whatever.
And what I realized, well, when these things happen, the chief of police gives a statement, and then when it trickles down to it, the police officer who committed the crime gives a statement. But happening so much, has anybody ever realized that most of these statements are exactly the same?
The same.
Just different names, different scenarios, but the structure, everything is exactly the same. Like somebody's writing it, like it's okay, like it's expected for a white cop to kill a black individual, or smother a black individual, or even crash and drive off, and all that kind of story. And then when it happens where slavery has been demolished for years, but we are still, as Bob Marley's song says, under mental slavery.
Right.
And I really think people need to understand that it does happen, it's still happening.
And it will forever happen.
We need to do something about it.
It will forever happen. Like, I saw a picture on Facebook where it had these 3 little kids. As soon as they saw a police car, they got down to their knees and they put their hand behind their back. Why would a child want to do that? A police is out there to serve and protect, not serve and protect their color. And harm the black people. Why would you want to put fear in kids' heart saying, okay, I'm a police, you're supposed to be scared of me? No. Kids are supposed to come up to me like, okay, I feel safe when this police officer is around. I don't have to get on my knees, or I won't have to worry about getting killed. That's why people ask me, would I ever live in America? No, I will never ever live in America because it is so racial.
People say America is a land of opportunity. When I was looking to school personally, I looked at U.S. schools because I thought of it financial-wise, that it would have been cheaper than schools in other parts of the world. But when I trickled onto it, I was basically saying it's financially cheap, yes, but I have to live there. And I don't want to be a foreign student from the Caribbean who everybody think is Jamaican when I'm not Jamaican. And I'm walking to class and a police happens to stop me and ask me for an ID. And I don't have an ID because it's in my other bag. And he's trickled on to me trying to figure out if I'm an immigrant or some kind of weird thing. And then my mother gets a call that I'm dead. That's not something I would like to have in my head.
A mother or whoever, a parent shouldn't have to bury their child.
That's so true.
A parent shouldn't have to be like, okay, I send my child, okay, if here in the Caribbean, I send my child to America to get a better education. They're not supposed to wonder if my child will stay alive. They're supposed to be like, okay, America, that's a safe place. I go send my child there, they'll be okay because it's not racial. But at the end of the day, some people did say that America is the home of racials, because
racism is everywhere, you see.
But mostly in America, yeah.
And you see the whole thing where Donald Trump has made his campaign slogan, "Make America Great Again." Personally, I want to know how you can make something great again if it was never great. Because every country has its flaws. So you can't basically put yours up there and say, we are the best. I know they call the president the ruler of the free world. Basically, he is, because they're mostly control of money and all that. But when you trickle onto it, your country has so many problems, and you have to look into it to see, does anybody actually want to live here now? People are moving out of America back home. I know there are cases because they feel uncomfortable or they feel unsafe in their own homes in certain parts because of their skin color, because of their gender, whatever reason it is. And nobody should have to live like that.
And the other thing what I noticed on Facebook is that people are starting to put their license on the dashboard. Whoever documents the police are asking for on the dashboard, they have their hand outside the window saying, don't shoot. My stuff are there on the dashboard, don't shoot. Why? Because of our skin color? Why does that have to define who we are and what we can get? That's the question I have to ask. But enough on American crime. We will take a quick commercial break and we'll be back on the BVI crime. Welcome back to YouTube BVI. So we were just talking about American crime. Now it's time for the BVI crime. Damien, how do you feel on the BVI crime rate that have grown over the past few years?
I personally think it's ridiculous. We are a small island, not large in scale like to Jamaica or Trinidad or someplace big where you have a lot of different race people. We have a lot of nationalities here, but we don't need such a large scale of crime. When I say large scale crime, I mean the severity of the crimes, the chopping up of body parts and all. Me being a tourist coming to a new country, I wouldn't like to be in point A, and here in point A, 6 people died this week, all chopped up.
Right.
I'm on the first flight back home.
Right.
So that too is affecting our country, whereas tourists do read the news and they do see what's going on. And I think the crime that is happening is outrageous.
I agree with what you're saying. They are very outrageous. I don't go out a lot, but when I do go out, I fear for myself because I could be mistaken identity and I could just get shot. And when me being shot, the person that shot me won't care because they're very heartless.
Nobody cares.
And my parents could be in grief. They want to go up to the family like, oh, I killed your daughter by accident. I thought she was someone else. How is that supposed to make me feel safe in my own homeland that was born and raised in? Like, I don't understand. This is outrageous.
Then again, people are, when it comes down to motive, we could be hanging, we could go out, I mean, you and I could go to the movies with a group of friends, and those friends bring friends, and the friends who came in addition, one of them could have troubled somebody else, and we're just walking to and from, and somebody drives by and shoots all of us because of one person. Then again, I personally have to say, if you have a grudge against somebody, let it go. It has nothing to do with them at the end of the day. The grudge, you You don't hold something in your hand that's going to hinder you or keep you down.
Right.
Not just your hat, but your every being, where something is this person or another negative thing to say about some person, where you could go load a gun and drive by somebody
And
shoot and not think about it the next
feel
day.
no way after,
or
like.
feel no way. There are some people who feel way, but then again, just
They got impressed their friends. They be like,
Doing it
oh,
because
me
of the
feel no way
crowd.
because I do that.
that is not that everybody's somebody's child. Everybody's somebody's brother, sister, cousin,
Right.
something.
But you know what the messed up part about is? When they do get caught, you know who gonna feel the pain? The parents. They be like, oh, my child is now a criminal. They're gonna break down because they have you in society as, oh, my child is so great, they don't do that, they don't do that. So at the end of the day, before you pick up a gun or pick up a knife or do anything that you think what doing, think about your parents. Think about, especially your mother, think about how she would feel.
I agree. Mothers, it's always hard to see a mother, a young boy, when he passes away or a daughter passes away. If you ever see how the mother behaves, you've never seen it. A mother behaves more, I guess, emotional at the funeral, where the father tries to console the mother. Sometimes fathers break down because they're more closer.
They're close to the parent,
But
yes.
the mother carried them for 9 months. She knows what it was like to raise her child and to see somebody take away her child either because of man quarrels or a brushing of shoe. It's crazy. We are living somewhere where our population is quarter of a state in America, or even less than a quarter of the state. We shouldn't be having that big problem where should I go out tonight?
Or should I not go tonight?
Or should I not go tonight?
What might happen if I go? All these second thoughts are not needed. It's
most
not.
of the times when friends go out and we're in groups, I think either who I'm with or which path I'm going, I'm not going to go because I think something might happen, or if something occurs, I would get crossed in it. I don't want to have somebody call my mother or father, come to hospital. That's not something to have.
Your child might not live.
Your child might not live, and your mother's just like, he just went to dinner with friends. That is not something I think anybody should have to go through. So stop playing bad man and bad woman out there. That's not something to be proud about, or have people say, yeah, my friend is a bad man, he'll shoot you. Shoot who? That's the question. When you shoot XYZ, karma has a way of repeating itself. You could have shot somebody once. You might not get shot, but your child in the future could be walking to school and somebody shoots the child. You live the rest of your life without your child, just like somebody else did.
But you see me, I have 3 people I go with. I know they don't do nothing bad, so I know it's safe. But when that 3 people bring more friends, be like, oh God, no, what this person do? Am I safe with this person? That's why you don't go out.
That's something you have to decide within yourself.
Yeah.
Am I going out with just the safe friends? Am I going out with the friends that are large and lavish and like to do certain stuff? And then again, it's all about company. Your parents say you are the company you keep. So
that's what my dad always told me.
If you see somebody loading up some gun and we're just going out to the movies, I'm not going anywhere.
Nope.
The movie should be a place.
My mom, the movie gonna be in my house today.
You just go and you sit down and you enjoy it. You shouldn't have to wait or go out or wait for protection to go out. And that kind of stuff is, I know they say the Caribbean is a very crime-based place, and it doesn't have to be. It doesn't
we
have
could
to
make
be.
the change in the world. Our small island could make the change. A little change could count. It will force other countries to change. Be like, oh, if the small island can change, we could change.
I was reading some day ago about a incident that happened in St. Thomas, I think, where a shooting occurred at a club, but outside a club, and a young lady, beautiful young lady, got shot, and you could see the impact that
she had on she had on other people's life.
People love to be around her. Friendly person, always cracking jokes where there was a
go vent to her, anything like that.
I didn't know her. The first time seeing her was through a picture, and I was sitting there like, what happened? And then starting to catch it to myself, I was like, she was out with her friends. That to me is just. Then there are people who say, oh, you don't know what she just do, blah blah. If somebody's not that kind of person, what would you expect? Matter of fact, why would somebody even load the gun to go anywhere
Where
to
people
shoot
having
on
fun.
purpose. Where people are having fun, the time of their lives, like the Orlando shooting. Time of their lives, and a bullet is flying left and right against you, and you're trying to figure out
What you do.
Is this my last night?
Right.
Nobody.
You got your parents, you got this young lady parent over there grieving. I mean, if you do the crime, you should be a big person and say, okay, I do this crime, let me go do my time. Don't be a punk and be like, okay, I got going to hiding. Going to hiding for what? You was a bad man you was a bad man that night. Be a bad man and go turn yourself in.
I agree. Just before we go back on break, I'm going to read a story from Massachusetts. A black girl, age of 16, there's a club in Massachusetts, a teen club, and she just turned 16 that day to go out. And she was with her friends, 3 or 4 of them, and they arrive at the club. Leaving the club, a gentleman approaches them and asks if they want a ride home. The girls say no, their mother is coming for them. One girl makes a comment and drops her drink. The drink supposedly landed on the guy's foot, but didn't. Couple minutes after waiting, they see a car drive by closely and shoots the girl who cop supposedly dropped. Behind her was another girl who just made her birthday, 16. So she was caught in the fire as well. The one who dropped the cup did not die. The birthday girl died. This is what I'm saying. It had nothing to do with the individual behind her, but she was caught and she died. And the girl that made the comment is around walking fine.
You are known by the company you keep. If you keep bad company, bad things are going to happen to you.
I agree.
That's what my mother say. If you're going to hang with people that could make positive change in your life, not bad change in your life. Like,
I'm always with my friends cracking jokes all the time. You don't see me, I was saying, let's go somewhere and having to figure out we to borrow a gun or bring somebody with us.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be something on my mind. And even if it is, some people, I won't get into their nature. Some people are grown like that. Some people grow up in homes where having a gun to go out is the norm. I'm not saying that personally, I am saying it is wrong, but you come where you come from, you know the environment you're in. If you live somewhere like, I can't speak on it, but Jamaica, and you know you're going out a certain way or into a certain place, some people may need it.
Yeah.
But then again, badness is out of style.
Right, but then again, you can't compare a big country to a small country like this, because we are not accustomed to our crime rate being so high, so much killings in 1 year. What I really don't care to know what the killings is over.
I think the year started with a murder, if I was correct.
Yeah.
I think the same New Year's night, somebody died actually, and then the next following 2 days something else happened, and that basically started the year off on a bad note.
This sleep year, there's some terrible things.
Crazy.
There's some terrible things to be like crime after crime. I don't care what a crime is. If you're green enough, you will talk it out. You won't have to. If you're green enough, you should talk it out. Killing somebody should be the last thing on your mind, cause that's very heartless. If I know somebody, and I know the character bad, I'm gonna talk it out with them. I'm gonna shoot them, because at the end of the day, they are somebody's child. They are human just like we. I won't I out here shooting people. I won't let somebody shoot me and kill me.
Exactly.
That is wrong.
I wouldn't like me and someone have been friends forever, or say 3 years ago we stopped talking and being friends, or whatever it is, and I see them and I decide, you can talk to me no more, I'm going to shoot you.
For what?
That should be the last thing. That doesn't even make sense to me. So basically, it's our personal decision and common sense when it comes to it, because violence is not the answer.
Right.
There's always a way to talk it out, and even if you don't want to talk it out, you don't have to talk to the person ever again.
Right.
It's
Just let it be.
It's your personal
Life
decision.
goes on. Another thing is, right, Damien, I'm not trying to be racist, because I'm not racist at all. If we have a lot of white people here in the country, and you as a black person killing other black persons, and those white people are racist, right? They're going to be happy that you're killing one another, because they're going to be less black people, and they're getting their wish, making them go live happy.
If you've ever noticed that not white individuals, Caucasian individuals, and people from other races, wherever you go, well, not wherever you go, for example, they stick together. So people of certain colors stick together. We black, the majority, we're all over.
Right.
But you see certain places, as in not the Indian kind of Guyanese stick together. Not mostly the Jamaicans, but people of different races stick together in different communities. I would say that's something people cling to because they feel safer with them rather than me being the only black individual going into a white workplace and sitting down and everybody makes mistakes. I would like to make a mistake and they come down so hard on me.
Right,
and
because of your skin color.
I'm trying to figure out why it's just a simple mistake and me looking at them as equal. They're looking at me some kind of other way because I am.
Let you be, you being black. Okay, I see what you're saying. You being black and other skin color do the same thing as you. You won't get more trouble because what? You work in a racist workplace and they define you, but your skin. They define you as a skin color. Why? Just why? Why can't we all be equal?
We wish we live in a world that's equal.
That's
People
true
are
too.
being killed and criticized and downplayed for many reasons. We were living in an age where women weren't being even given the opportunity to work. Now they're working, some making more money than men, some employed, men not. It's a whole, the world will always be a turn in fair. I like to see history repeats itself. As people say, history repeats itself for people who forget what happened. So, to me, if you see something happening, you are a black individual and you see another fellow black individual goes into a workplace and something happens to them. Personally, if I see something happening to somebody, I want to put myself in a position for it to happen. So I see you working in A with Group A, and Group A decide they are going to fire you because of you taking home a stapler.
Right.
I go in the same institution and I attempt to steal a stapler. I don't want something to happen. I'm going to expect that obviously because of what happened to XYZ. But then again, people have to look at themselves and realize, am I actually better than somebody? Me criticizing somebody and firing them or being hasteful or judging or slanging a word to somebody or criticizing somebody because of their gender orientation or anything has to do with their being. Me saying a bad word or throwing a rock or anything in general, how is that going to make something better?
Right.
How am I going to feel good about myself sitting down there, cussing somebody and how they look?
Right.
As I was saying, you and I sitting here and a lady passing and me criticizing her on how she looks tired and run down. She could have just given birth to the most beautiful baby girl ever.
Right.
Who's in the NICU struggling for her life. You don't know people's stories, so don't judge it.
Don't judge them.
So I would give everybody that word of advice before you even sit to talk about somebody you don't know or criticize somebody just because of their skin color. Move yourself or segregate yourself into groups because somebody's new or don't. Give everybody a chance. We are made from the same God above. If you don't believe in God, I'm telling you, I believe in God. So we are all made differently in our own unique ways, but we all deserve a chance at life.
Right. You have been tuned to UChat BVA. We'll take a quick commercial break and hear a word from our sponsors. Welcome back to UChat BVA. So now we are going to wrap up in this piece. So Damien, is there any advice or anything you want to say to the public about the crime rate in the BVA?
I would say, don't hurt your head. There's always going to be crime, whether it's in the BVI, in the Caribbean, in the world. People are built for where they don't understand how to handle themselves or how to behave in certain situations. It's always going to be the negative factor. But you yourself can remove yourself from the equation. Be smart about it. Take yourself out of it. Make better decisions, hang with better people, or sometimes just distance yourself for your safety and the safety of others.
Well, I would say that if you see somebody doing something wrong, just report it. Little information can make a change for Tatola so you can get back to where you was, a peaceful country. And also, don't let nobody tell you what or what you cannot do because of your skin color. Don't let that put you down or in any way.
Black is beautiful.
To me, every color is beautiful, but right now we are focusing on black crime because they're happening a lot. So if you would like to be a part of this show or have any topics you would like for us to talk about, you can call me at 544-7596 or you can email us at youchatwithvay@gmail.com. Thank you for tuning in.